Oh, and you got the thing? Yeah. Okay. Sick.
Got the AirPods in.
What's up? What's up? Welcome to the THK podcast with your boy featuring Tyro the Tyrant. What's going on, brother?
I'm good, broski.
Appreciate it. Thank you for welcoming me into your home.
Yeah, no, man. You've been a great vibe so far. You've been a great energy.
Appreciate it. I try. Shout out to Bliv and Beats for setting this whole thing up. If you don't have a friend like Bliv and Beats, man, I don't know what you're doing. Get friends that support your dreams, right?
Your team is essential.
Yeah.
That's what the greats will always tell you. Your team is literally the difference.
100%. So how did you even meet him?
I met him in Windsor through another friend.
Mm-hmm.
We were recording music together. So he had just told me about these guys. They call themselves The Wave.
The Wave,
Yeah,
okay.
they call themselves The Wave.
Yeah.
I pulled up on them, and I met Rex, I met JP, I met Dan. And,
Yeah.
They pretty much just welcomed me to the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I met.
But where was this? Like, where was this a university thing? Like,
Yeah, this was in Windsor. This was in my second year of university.
but where were they making music?
They were making music at in student housing.
Really?
Yeah, just in student housing.
In the dorms?
No, not in the dorms. Like they just rented a whole house.
Yeah.
I think it was on Wyandotte, just one of those West Side streets.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
They had
yeah.
a whole house, and just one of the rooms. It was my boy Nikhil's room. We just had a whole mic set up there. My boy JP was making beats.
Sick.
That's how I met him. He was
Okay.
actually a songwriter at the time, but I guess now he's a producer. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sick. So, Dan was he going to the U also?
Yeah, he was a student at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Dan found me because of an interview I did with somebody else. Dan hit me up and he's like, yo, I got these great artists. I want you to interview them, see how it goes. They're sick. It'll be a vibe. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm in Toronto all the time. So, yeah, Dan is one who set it up. Shout out to him. Cool. So are you working on anything right now or?
Yeah, crazy. Funny you mention it. I actually have a project coming up. It's I actually have like a couple projects, but
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna be called The Laws of Motion. And I don't know if you're familiar with Isaac Newton's Laws of Motion.
I'm familiar with Isaac Newton, but
Okay.
not the laws of motion.
So Isaac Newton, he's a physicist, right?
Okay,
so
yeah.
He has this like pretty much the laws of motion. It's like well, I guess before I get into that, I should just say all my projects
Yeah.
always have a reference to 3. So for those that don't know, Tyro actually represents a trio. Like a trio.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So the reason for that is because like the number 3 is just always. I'm not like the biggest like numerologist guy or whatever.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, the number 3 has just always been around me. So
Give me an example.
I'm the third born.
Okay.
My granddad had
Yeah.
like 8 wives, and my grandma's the third wife. Yeah.
You say your granddad had 8 wives?
Yeah, but he's like, I'm Nigerian. He's like, back in their time, like this was normal. If you were a man that you had your business together.
Yeah.
You could have multiple wives.
And that's
So
wild.
my grandma was the third wife.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
dad-
your grandma was the
my
third
grandma
wife.
was the third
Okay.
My dad is the third son.
Okay.
So it's just like, obviously those are like wider coincidences. But
Yeah.
I'm talking like these coincidences get tailored down to me on like a crazy level. There's always just like some 3 reference.
Yeah.
All around me and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I was just like, bro, like I feel like the thing that represents me the most is just the number 3.
Okay. Yeah. What was the name of Amazon Go, the song? What album was that on?
That was on Triple Cross 2.
Triple Cross. Okay.
Yeah, you see where I'm
Okay.
going with it? So
Yeah.
there's always some reference to 3. So Isaac Newton has 3 laws of motion. So I feel like this year, I make 2 projects every year. I make an
Okay.
EP and I make a mixtape.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a mixtape.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like this year, and like there's always gonna be things where they say the motion boys.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna be a motion boy, you gotta learn about the laws of motion. You gotta learn about the laws of motion. You gotta learn about
Motion. Okay, solid. Do you know what the 3 laws of motion are?
So one of them is what goes up must come down. You know? Another one is an object will continue to remain in motion unless acted upon by an external force.
Equal force.
By an equal.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what the last one is.
Okay. That's interesting.
Something similar.
Have you been able to like apply those? You seem like you think about a lot of stuff. So
I do. You know, just being. I'm a very thoughtful, very reflective guy.
Yeah.
So just I guess reflecting on my journey in life, I kind of just I've been able to apply these things to myself.
So what goes up must come down.
What goes up must come down.
So give me an example.
So an example of what goes up that must come down is just I feel like I guess for example, like just the trajectory of even my career.
Okay.
What I mean? Or just whatever career I have up until now, because I'm still upcoming, right?
Yeah.
This is the longest I've gone without releasing any music.
How long has it been? 2 years?
I released music all year.
Oh, all year.
Yeah. Like
okay.
I had Triple Cross 2 last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Year.
Because I was saying 2022. Okay.
Triple
right.
Cross 2 was the EP, and then I dropped another mixtape, Pyro, on SoundCloud.
Oh, okay.
And that featured like everybody I've ever worked with.
Yeah.
I just put it up on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
This year I've not dropped anything on SoundCloud or anything on any platforms.
Yeah.
So in a sense it's like I've kind of like gone up because I've had a trajectory, and I've also like come down, but it's like that's also been due to just getting older. As you get older, you have more responsibilities. And
I get, but you're kind of, compared to me, you're kind of young, man. Because I remember when I was your age. And I don't even mean to say it like that. I'm not too much older. I just don't want to say what your age is on camera.
Yeah.
But anyway, I remember when I was your age, I didn't have too much going on, really, like responsibility wise. Is your life like it's picking up a little bit,
bro? Like me and you were having a conversation earlier. I've always been surrounded with like heavyweights.
Yeah. In what sense?
Like in business, in everything I do.
Yeah.
I've just always been surrounded with heavy hitters.
Yeah.
So that's kind of forced me to. Obviously, like I'm not, you know what I mean. I'm like you said, like I'm still a pretty young guy, but that shit is always just mentally. It's always mentally made me realize what is actually going on. So I feel like when you actually know what's really happening, you kind of know there is no time for you to like fall back and relax.
Right. True.
Yeah,
man. Life is moving quick. I feel like time sped up. I honestly feel like time has sped up, man.
Ever since after COVID, right? Ever since after COVID,
time sped up, bro.
It's like time slowed down.
Yeah.
And then for like the period of time it slowed down,
it
sped right back up.
Yeah, it's insane.
Time slowed down and sped right back up.
Yeah, because think about it, we're already halfway through August, bro.
How has this year been for you?
This year, it's been pretty good. I can't lie. It's been very good.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's been very good because. I would say at the beginning of the year, what was going on? At the beginning of the year, I was really trying to get my the name of my business in people's mouths, right?
Wow.
And really create. Okay, the one thing I didn't ever want to come across is I'm just some guy making signs out of a garage or something, or just this is my side business or whatever. I really take the business big and seriously, and I look at it as a big business. So it wasn't until this year where I was able to for lack of a better term, be yeah, I'm that nigga. People know the brand, people know not necessarily me, but they know okay, when people think of neon signs locally in Windsor, they're not thinking about Shay. They're thinking of Osmosis Glow, and that's what I wanted. And so I think now it's at that point. So yeah, that definitely happened this year. So it's been good.
That's definitely fire. Even when our mutual friend that connected this interview, made a thing happen. He definitely told me about your sign business.
Yeah.
The moment he told me that, I was 50% more intrigued.
About the signs?
About the signs, and just to meet you generally.
Oh, okay, bet. Appreciate it.
Because I'm an avid, like, I watch anime religiously.
Oh, okay.
You know, so
Yeah.
the thing about anime is just like colors. You know, even if you go to Tokyo or you go to
Yeah,
Asia,
yeah.
just the signs and you know, like for my greater my greater vision for the future, I do like, you know, see like, because I'm Nigerian, you know, so when I picture like Nigerian and Nigeria in the future,
Yeah.
I just see a lot of signs,
Bro.
because to me that like symbolizes like,
You're a smart
it
guy.
symbolizes the future. It symbolizes like advancement, technology.
You're a smart guy.
Like light, you
because
know?
I don't even know if I can really say this, but the long-term goal, right? And this is why I didn't ever want to be like known as some small business. The long-term goal is to set up shop in a country in Africa.
That would be awesome.
That'd be because, bro,
That'd be crazy.
even in Nigeria, right? I guess to say that's the new tech hub.
Yeah.
Right.
Lagos.
And there's a lot. Yeah, and there's a lot of innovation going on there.
Yeah,
there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money happening there.
I'm telling you,
right?
I feel like the moment, you know, we have the right infrastructure there.
Yeah.
All you would need is really just a contractor, just somebody
Exactly.
that's, you know,
Yeah.
the main supplier for that, bro.
Yeah.
You're instantly a billionaire.
Yeah. So the main goal right now is developing my systems. So once I get my systems down and my systems in place, then I just have to teach somebody how to do it.
Yeah.
Implement the infrastructure.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just to get the infrastructure in or my systems in place, and then after that, I'll be groovy. I'll be able to like. Not necessarily franchise, kinda. Not franchise in the McDonald's sense, but expand.
Oh, expand.
Yeah, expand. Yeah.
Even like I recently had an internship, right, with a nonprofit organization, and like I was on the IT aspect of things. So
Okay.
pretty much I was tasked with finding a paging system.
A paging system.
So you know when you're in a school,
Yeah.
and, you know, you're hearing like stuff on the
Yeah.
speakers, and even, you know, like even in prisons and stuff, like they have like paging systems and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
In
that's something you
factories.
would never really think about,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
so essential for business.
You don't even know, like it's the small things, and then you got to think about who even makes it.
Who even makes it?
Who even makes it?
You know?
And then when you find out who makes it,
You actually find out that they actually have done like so much businesses for like.
Talk about it.
So pretty much the contractor, the guy I spoke with, he was like showing me. He was like, "Oh boy, we've done like 40 schools in the Toronto District School Board or some stuff, like, you know."
And how much money they making off of that?
A lot, bro.
You know, and it's these like, okay, this is what I realized getting into this industry, right? Because when I first started, I was just doing it for aesthetics, right? Like just. I want a sign that says my name and all of that. But when I got into it, I'm like, oh, this is a whole like career path and you know, signage, manufacturing. But what you realize and what you learn is that because it's not something like, oh, being a doctor or being a lawyer, it's not really something that is pushed or traditional, right? It's a small demographic of people, and it's families who own it. And for the most part, they're white families. No hate. I'm just saying it is what it is, right?
It is what it is.
And the ones at the top, it's just like they're families that have been in it for years. For years, bro. Just caking off of their like one little niche thing.
So it's like the One Piece reference, bro. You're going up against your uncles.
Yeah.
Going up against your uncles.
Yeah, bro. 100%.
That's why you gotta just come in like Luffy, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta just come in and yo, I don't care how long you guys have been here for. I'm that nigga. You guys aren't stopping shit.
Yeah, for sure. But no, with the PA systems, right? What was your experience with like dealing with the people who make them? Like, how do you go about finding a PA system? Like,
it's like, bro, even like, it's like. Everything you search on Google, for the most part, what you're looking for is on the first page.
Oh, okay.
And it's like beyond that, you're not really gonna find anything else you're looking for.
So you're just Googling things.
That's how niche it is.
Oh,
but like, you know what I'm saying? You know, usually when you Google shit, you're gonna see like different pages of it.
Yeah.
When you Google that, it's like, bro, it's so small.
Yeah.
Literally, like most of the stuff you're looking for is just on the first page.
Yeah.
These are really the only people that can help you in your region. Because you know, all the stuff is also regional.
Yeah.
And then you have like the bigger companies that might do it worldwide.
Yeah.
But then even then, they have to contract like people in the city
and locally. Right.
You know. So yeah, just my whole experience with that was just Yeah, man, you just have guys that have been doing it for years, and they're just like masters at it.
Yeah, and they're
Like,
quiet too.
quiet. Like I had the one person we ended up actually going with was I pretty much just gave him a tour of the facility. I took him to the other location, and then when I took him there, he emailed me back a blueprint.
Oh, no way.
Like, he emailed me back like a blueprint based off like his like speakers here.
No
here.
way.
Like, that's a professional.
Yeah.
That's like
He eat, breathes
it.
Dream,
He's like,
yeah,
okay, we're
yeah.
gonna put the wires through here.
Yeah.
That's a professional. And, you know, like, that, I feel like that's what I feel like everybody should aim to be in their craft.
For sure.
Just your craft. If you're a doctor,
Yeah.
you know, you're telling them the problems, they're touching you here. How do you feel here?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
You're an artist. You know, you look at a mic. You know, you see an engineer from the first like 10 seconds. You know, if you 10 minutes. You know if he's you know.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that's like the main thing. Just being a specialist at your craft.
So that's interesting. You went to university for what?
I went to university, but I'm not done yet for like just like tech related stuff, like software engineering, computer science, blah blah blah.
And then you got into IT for the nonprofit.
Exactly. So I was working on just an internship with a nonprofit organization.
So where's the music come in? That's kind of what I'm getting
where's
at.
the music come in?
Yeah.
And
where's the music come in? Because that's not, that's not the traditional.
Exactly.
Right?
So what do you mean exactly? Like, where does the music come in?
Because how do I say this? I don't even mean to like categorize you or put you in a box or anything like that. But to any kind of artist, right? You kind of have to think more abstract, right? Kind of like what you said. You're a wordsmith, right?
Yeah.
You make metaphors out of lemonade.
Yeah.
For example, right?
Yeah. So he's actually referring to a conversation me and him had like 20 minutes before.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, or what I'm getting at is,
how did the
software engineer is very linear,
very linear compared to So one more, like I actually took like a break from school.
Oh, okay.
You know, I took like a 3-4 year stretch from school.
Oh, what? How old were you?
I was 19.
So okay,
I think I was 19 or 20 when I decided to I was 20.
Okay. So you were in school for how long, and then you took a break?
I was in school for 3 years.
3 years, and then you took a break.
And then I took a break. But like even when I was in school, it's not like I was like a straight A student. Nah,
Yeah.
I was in school like having issues with my parents. You know, like I was in school trying to get out of school. You know, I was in school trying to get out of school.
What do you mean?
Like I was in school trying to push my music, and I felt like school was kind of like, you know, restricting me. I was just so passionate and dedicated that I was just like, bro, like, you know, my older brother was always telling me like, yo, don't put all your eggs in one basket, and I'm like, nah, I'm a golden goose. like you know, I'm a golden goose. I have the golden egg. But it's like the thing about the golden egg that people don't realize is like, yo, that golden egg comes around every once in a while.
Yeah,
so it's
true.
It's like up until then, fam. If you gotta sell these eggs, up until that golden egg comes, you know what I mean? That's where like the two kind of tie into each other. If you know what I mean?
How?
Where it's like, yeah, you might be the goose that lays the golden egg, but at the end of the day, you still gotta sell these eggs, fam. You still gotta sell these normal eggs. Because if you don't, you're gonna starve.
Yeah.
Up until you get that golden egg.
And
that's like what life taught me.
I think the pandemic showed that to a lot of people. You know, because like everything just got shut down.
But for me, everything didn't get shut down.
Oh no!
For me, everything sped up.
Oh no way! Talk about that.
So basically, like I said, I was on weed maps.
Yeah.
I was on weed maps. Like I've always been like an abnormality. So it's like when shit might be fast for other people, like it's slow for me. But when shit is slow for people, it's fast for me. So when things slowed down for the pandemic, like I was on weed maps, you know, and we were like I was just a driver, but like I had so much respect with the I guess the plugs or the distributors in a sense that like I was like getting paid way more than I should have been getting paid. So I had like unlimited access to like whatever I needed. You know, they were just like, yo, just take what you need, just bring back the profits and whatever else you need. That's like, you know,
man, my friends, because I had I had a friend who was a distributor, and then I had a friend who was a driver. This kid, because he was a kid, right? I want to say at the time he was way younger than me, but damn, he bought like a Mustang.
He was up, right?
He was up, bro. Yeah. And then the drivers, a couple of my friends were saying they were making like $2,000 a week.
A week?
Yeah,
Broski.
bro.
Okay, so for them, when I was doing weed maps,
yeah,
I was with the number one guys in Windsor.
Wait, and pause that. I remember before the pandemic, weed maps had kind of like a stigma.
Yeah.
A lot of people were using it, but it was still like a little shady.
It was still a little bit shady.
Yeah.
It was very shady.
It's very shady. And then when the pandemic hit,
that's when it was like
it legitimized.
Yeah. So I was in it. I was in it when it was still shady.
Oh, damn. Okay,
But here's the thing. By shady, it's like my distributors had a legal license.
But
obviously, I wasn't like. I didn't go through any, you know what I mean? And I'm the guy who's bagging it up and doing all this, stuff. But like they have a legal license to the so that's where like the technicalities of it comes in.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why nowadays you have so many more dispensaries.
Right. Yeah.
And yo, CRA, don't come after me. You know? And I feel like that's where like and I feel like the government realized it. That's why nowadays
for sure.
Like the government just owns everything.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they're everywhere, bro. They're looking at these numbers and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I was in it when it was still a bit shady, but like I said, like my boys, they had a legal license to do, so everything was still legal. You know what I mean? But it was just like there were just so many gray areas.
Yeah, the gray areas.
There were just a lot of gray areas.
Yeah,
and I feel like, you know, it's like, yo, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade.
True, yeah.
There's so many gray areas, but yeah, like so I was in it then, and like back then, like I'm talking like 3,000 a day. On a bad day.
Yeah, bro, crazy.
On a bad day, like in a month, like at least minimum 100 bands.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah, a lot of people were up during they called the pandemic for a reason, man.
You know, now this is like weed maps, so weed is legal in Canada. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like so during that period of time, like things didn't really slow down for me, but like I said, I'd already taken So I was more so in the period during the pandemic that, you know, I've been in school this whole time, and I just kind of felt like I just wanted to just be free.
Right.
You know? I'm going to reference One Piece a lot. Like, I just wanted to just go out on the ocean.
Yeah.
Just test
Big
my
blue.
metal.
Yeah.
You know, I just wanted to just be young and be free and push my dreams with every single thing I have. I was so like confident, and I still am, but it's just, you know, I was younger then, like less obligations.
Right.
You know, the older you get, the more obligations you're going to have.
True.
You know? So I just wanted to just give it every single thing I have. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to take this break away from school. You know, my family didn't like that decision. So till today, they're still like, you know, like you shouldn't have done that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because if I hadn't have done that, I would have already gotten certain things out of the way that I'm just now trying to get out of the way.
Like what, if you can talk about it?
Like I don't have a degree yet.
Okay, but I mean,
but okay. So let me give you some background. My dad is an accountant and a lawyer. My sister is a lawyer.
Okay.
My mom has like an MBA from London or something.
Okay.
And my brother is an engineer.
Big
hitters.
So
I come from a family of scholars.
Yeah.
And I'm like the oddball.
Learned people.
Like, you know, like an African. Like, you gotta get A's. Like,
Got you.
You know, like I've always been a smart kid growing up. Like my dad used to get me like private tutors and stuff growing up. So he's already invested so much into me that, you know, he wants to see something.
Yeah.
But I was just more so like yo, like people believe in beats, believing in me to like yo. I know what it might seem like, but bro, trust me, fam. I know how talented you are because I've been in the studio.
I got you.
So I was just like, you know, I felt like I had to give the music every single thing I had.
Yeah.
Which is why I decided, and I felt like I couldn't do that while I was in school.
Well, did you give it?
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay.
I did. You know, and that's what I'm still doing. Even though I've not really gotten to the end results I wanted. Obviously, I'm not viral yet. I'm not rich off music yet.
Yeah.
I feel like I've gotten certain experiences and certain things. You know when you meet a person, you can just kind of feel that like their aura.
Yeah.
And you can just kind of see what they've been through on them.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I've gained, and I feel like when I get into certain rooms with certain people, I feel like that's when it's gonna pay off. So now it hasn't paid off, but I know those experiences and all.
Well, you know what? It's good that I say because you're still fairly young,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's good that you did it then rather than when you're like 30. Like, oh, I gotta do this rap thing, you know? It's not over, but I'm saying it's good that that initial feeling of giving it your all. Actually, you know what? That was perfect timing. It was perfect timing.
I never thought about it like this.
No, honestly, think about it. Because the pandemic happened. The pandemic was 2 years. Everything slowed down. Imagine if things were still open and then you like, right?
Yeah. I've never thought about
That
it
was
like
perfect timing.
Never thought about it like that.
That's perfect timing.
And I still have these songs that, I just need the right people to hear.
Yeah.
That's actually the one thing I probably should have done that I didn't do, play you my unreleased, Even some of my released, I just haven't, I was watching an old interview of Drake back then, and he was saying it's all just networking. I mean, it's all just marketing. I still haven't done the right marketing for certain things that, things that I, like songs that I know when the right people hear them, they're going to have the necessary tools and infrastructures and platforms to help me push these things, you know?
So, it's interesting that you say that because actually, my brother and I were having a conversation about Tory Lanez the other day, right? Yeah.
Tory, man.
But, like, first of all, he's like, free Tory. I'm like, hell no. Right? Like, if he shot her, hell no. But I'm a big fan of Tory Lanez.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Big fan of him. The reason why is because he's got, like, I can say I grew up with him.
Yeah, definitely.
I can...
Bro, what? Broski, I grew up in the B's. I spent a certain part of my life in Brampton.
Yeah.
I grew up in Brampton for a certain part of my life. So Tory Lanez also grew up in Brampton.
Yep.
So it's like, to me, he's almost like just that kid, like
right. Yeah, he's within reach.
Within reach,
sure.
Like you're knowing people that, like, you're growing up around people that grew up with Tory Lanez, telling you like, oh yeah, Tory, he just
exactly.
And seeing him do what you want to do, like, to me it hurts me. If he did do what he's accused of or what he's convicted of now, then, like, honestly, that's like his cross to bear. But at the end of the day, like, it still hurts me.
Yeah, for sure. That's because, man, did you listen to Alone at Prom? Did you listen to that?
No, I can't.
Oh my god!
I probably listened to certain singles of it, but I can't really say I digested the whole album.
Nah, it's okay. Because to be honest, it's an acquired taste. It's not like anything too rappy at all. But it's probably his best album that he's put out, in my opinion, right? But with that being said, the reason why I'm such a fan of him is because he's put out such a large body of work.
So much
and
music.
it, like, I can't say Tory's thing has ever been about, like, going viral, because he came up when going viral wasn't even really a thing.
It's more so just been about expressing his artistic
ability. Just putting out music. Just putting it out. So what do you, because right now,
that's such a good point.
Bro, even this is a little bit of my frustration with, who we were talking about in the car, right? Because I feel like his mindset is viral, and the people he's around is viral. I'm like, nigga, just put the music out, put out a mixtape, put out this, let people listen to it, let it soak within them. Like, the one time, because I used to put on karaoke shows, right? Karaoke concerts.
Yeah.
And I told him, I'm like, bro, I'm about to do a show in June. Put out an album at the beginning of summer. Let people play it all summer.
Yeah.
Let it sit with them all summer.
Yeah.
And then I'm already, because again, I was like coming in and out of Toronto all the time. I'm like, bro, I'm already networking with all these club owners. If you play it in the summer and it's circulating, we can tour in the fall at all these universities, and, like, I'm giving this nigga plays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it just never happened.
So I'm just gonna, okay, so it's like, yo, from an artist perspective, every single shot, but then it's like you have two types of mindsets.
Yeah.
You have the Tory Lanez, the Russ mindset.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yo, if I spray all these clips, I'm gonna hit something.
Well, something's gonna, exactly.
And then you have the mindset where it's like, you have, like, the sniper mindset. Where it's
it's
like, yo, fam, I'm aiming to kill, fam.
Yeah.
I wanted to go through this 50 cal has to go through everything.
Yeah.
So some people, most people actually, have that 50 cal, because most people don't even have enough clips, because most people it's even hard for them to even get these bullets and shit like that.
And that's what I'm like. So what do you think?
Bro.
How's it for you? How do you
Okay, so that's
approach
why
that?
that's why I release an EP and a mixtape.
Okay.
The EP is more professional. So this is like, I'm putting hours in the studio. I'm getting everything mixed and mastered. I'm with the best engineer in wherever I am. Usually Mad Studio, Shadow. I'm with Shadow. Like we're in the gym.
You've been recording at Mad Studios?
Oh yeah,
you're not seeing the resemblance yet, eh?
That's my favorite studio.
You're not seeing the.
What do you mean?
Because you asked me earlier, you're like, oh, you look familiar. You're not seeing it yet, eh? Not yet. Okay, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. But yeah, Mad is your favorite studio, okay?
Yeah, so and then I have tracks where it's more just like bro, like I have so much songs like unreleased.
So why don't you put it out?
And you know what's funny that you actually say this, because when I was actually getting the most traction was when I was just releasing. Like I didn't give a shit about that. This is when I just started making music.
Yeah.
I would just release songs and they would just do thousands organically. Now they're still gonna do thousands, but I'm gonna have to push them. So these things were pushing themselves, but it's like bro, I really don't know what it is. Maybe it's like the artist curse, where it's like you're just too in your head, you're too much of a perfectionist. I don't know what it is,
It could be.
And it's like you also gotta look at it this way. The higher you get, the more you need results. So
what do you mean? What do you mean?
The higher up you get, the more buzz you've had. Now you're doing shows. Now you're doing this. Now you're doing that. Now you can't afford for every single thing you drop. Imagine Drake drops something and it's not hot.
But why not?
Because it's like, now it kind of feeds into the stigma that it's like, yo, now people are judging you based off of that. That didn't do these numbers that people expect you to do. But then again, this is just me from an artist perspective.
Okay.
I'm also looking at it from a fan's perspective, where you're gonna have people like Believing in Beats that, just like different type of individuals that don't care how many numbers or how many streams they have. That like
you'd be surprised. Bro, you'd be surprised at who relates with you, and not just off of the music, but based on your story. That's something I'm learning, right?
So from what I've seen, it seems like it's 30% of people will really just fuck with it, like because it's for its authenticity.
Yeah.
Whereas 70% of people, bro, most of the people are only gonna judge you based off the perception.
Yeah, exactly.
Like based off the perception of your numbers, your streams,
your
image, your this and that.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're not gonna release something that is gonna do these numbers, and more so it's gonna hurt you based off how much you put into it, and it might also hurt your image, because now it's not like, bro, like you be seeing these comments in academics when they say, oh, this guy just went triple cardboard, because he dropped, it's like, oh, they dropped this and they didn't do this. Bro, as an artist, that shit is literally like a make or break thing.
But yeah, true, but there's still that thing of, and that's why even though I don't agree with Tory Lanez' life choices, life decisions, as an artist, undeniable. His talent, undeniable. And I think back to like when I first started listening, like the song that comes to mind immediately, I don't know if you know, it's called Honda Civic by Tory Lanez.
Pretty sure I do.
Well, that I probably played that song No Word of a Lie 500 times. 500 times. It's not a popular song. It's not a radio hit, nothing. It's just like a song that really resonated with me, right? And I related to it a lot. And it's those ones that really develop your fan base, no matter what you do. Like even me right now, right? I'm like, yeah, lock him up if he shot her, right? But I'm still saying, on one hand, I'm saying, yeah, lock him up as a person. But then on the other hand, I'm still saying, yo, he's a phenomenal artist, right? Because the music is the music. The music is undeniable. Music is undeniable. So keep putting out your stuff, bro. I think you should. I think you should, because somebody's going to hear it, they're going to resonate with it, and they're just going to like the music, not for the music, but like for you. Because of the music, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's part of why, like, I'm even That's part of why I'm even like, so grateful for this opportunity, because at the end of the day, like I am on your platform. To even have this interview, because I feel like I'm more so just like I've been, even though I've not released any project this year, I've actually done a lot of shows.
Oh, okay,
in
sick.
Toronto.
Yeah.
More shows than I've ever done. I've done like 4 or 5 shows this year.
Oh, damn, really?
And I haven't released anything.
Okay.
So I'm more so just being open to looking at other like ways of even just connecting with people.
Yeah.
All that stuff reflects back on the music.
Yeah,
so you're right.
For sure.
I do have to to release the music.
Yeah.
To have people, to have to give people something to tap into when they do get to know about me.
Well, you know what? It doesn't even have to be music too, because even stuff like this too. I think that's a part of the reason why people. Well, Drake is Drake regardless, right? Like the music, but a lot of people like Drake because he was that kid from Degrassi first, right? It's like he was Wheelchair Jimmy, and then you saw the different sides of who he was. You had the soft era Drake,
and then you had the grungy Drake,
and then he has a grungy Drake, right? And then he's even going in different cultures, and you get what I'm saying. So everybody can, right? Interesting.
Yeah.
So school. You told me that boarding school. Why'd you go to boarding school? How old were you when you went to boarding school? This is obviously before university.
Yeah, this is in secondary school in Nigeria. I was how old was I? I think I was 13.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I was 13 or 14.
Yeah.
So pretty much, man. Like I said, I was born in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I came to Canada when I was like 6 or 7.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And then I was here up until like grade 8 or something.
And then they shipped you out, That's tough.
They shipped me out to Nigeria.
You know what? I remember.
I went on a vacation.
I remember in grade school, right? Like especially my Somalian friends, they'd always be threatened with like going to boarding school, bro.
That shit was real, bro.
Yeah,
it was very real for me. Very real, man.
So talk to me about it. Why'd you get shipped out? What happened?
So the real reason why was actually just because today I was just on Instagram and I was just seeing a random video about this Canadian uncle, and he was just like, he's Jamaican, and he was just like, bro, like he hates it here and shit like that.
I saw that.
You saw the video.
Yeah,
right?
it was like, Canada's a trap.
Canada's a trap.
Yeah.
So bro, like my dad was back home in Nigeria.
Okay.
My mom was here, but obviously they're still together. My mom was just raising us while my dad was doing what he was doing, handling business and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like my mom just couldn't do it no more, bro. She was just like, yo, like I'm like good back home. I don't need to be out here slaving away.
Oh, right.
It's like, It's like, yo, the moment like we became citizens and everything was all sorted out like legally, my mom was like, yo,
I'm out.
I'm out, and she took her baby with her.
Oh.
I'm the youngest.
Oh, got you. Okay. Yeah. So it wasn't like a punishment type of...
Nah, it wasn't. So pretty much she just took me down there with her, fam, and so she took me down there with her, and basically like my broski, he was in uni and stuff like that, and like my sister too, and I was just down there, Nigeria, for boarding school.
Okay.
And boarding school was just I feel like that was like my first experience being alone.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like when you're alone, like in a sense alone, just away from like family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You kind of just more so have to develop your social skills.
Right.
You actually get like a better idea of how people perceive you.
Yeah.
And how you are also perceived.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was the very first test for me to really advance and develop my social skills.
So how was that? Like, what was your experience with that? Developing your social skills? Break that down a little bit.
So basically, it just kind of taught me how to like relate with my peers, relate with people. It kind of just taught me how to because like you got to know how to just maneuver, because like boarding school is also like a jungle in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's also like it's like a jungle, like really, like they just kind of just like ship you off to this dorm, and as they ship you off to this dorm, you kind of have to maneuver your way around. You're given limited items, and everybody wants everything you have.
Right.
It's like you can take everything from you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that was like my first kind of experience being in the streets, and I was also like in a federal school, so it was like cutthroat.
A federal
Yeah, I was in
school.
a federal school for like a term,
What's the difference between a federal school and a regular school?
So there's a private school,
Yeah.
a private boarding school, and
Yeah.
there's a federal boarding school. So the federal boarding school is just like way more like kids and shit.
Okay.
And it's just like it's a lot more gutter, man. Like, you know, it's like the environment and shit.
Strict, or are you saying it's more strict, or it's more like
it's more
rowdy?
Rowdy.
Oh,
Very rowdy. You know, it's like
that's hilarious.
you're going from like a school, like maybe like from like 500 to 5,000.
Oh, got you.
Everything is limited. So that made me more. It made me more like, yo, like I gotta get it. It made me hungrier as a human being.
Yeah.
As a human being, it made me hungry.
For sure,
As
for
opposed
sure.
to just like I said, I've been the youngest my whole life. I've always just kind of had everything around me, but then it's like, now you got to use your social skills
Yeah.
to actually get what you want. Whatever way you have to construct things.
Yeah.
So that's why I've always said, like, and even all my friends that went to boarding school with me, I'm sure most people that went to boarding school agree with me. Like, they're always like, yo, my kid is going back there, because that's where most people develop this the ability, their first real ability to maneuver around life.
Okay, for sure.
And it's like in a controlled environment.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like obviously like, you know, the jungle, but
for sure.
But it is in a sense.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Yeah, I've never experienced anything like that, to be honest.
Yeah, the thing I realized is like, because I also came back after, like, I was there for like 3 years, and I came back to Canada for like 2 years as well.
Okay.
Like I came back here grade 11, grade 12.
To Canada?
Yeah, I came back.
Okay.
So I was always back and forth.
Yeah.
So when I came back, I also kind of saw like kids being in the streets.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And
is that big over there?
What do you mean?
In Nigeria, like, because like you just said, you saw, you know, your peers in the streets, you know, because it's around that age when people start trapping, bro.
Yeah, like,
right?
Like shit like that.
Yeah. So is that big?
It's big more so in the sense like kids get into a lot of drugs.
Really?
Yeah, especially this is like back when like Future just released Codeine Crazy.
In Nigeria, bro?
Bro, like every other person I know was like high, fam.
No way.
Yeah, bro. Like every other person I knew, like that wave, bro, of like rest in peace, Lil Peep, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like the man's like being on codeine overdose
and
shit like that. Like that shit was like, bros.
Damn, that's deep, bro.
Deep back then.
Yeah, you see how much music influences people? It's wild,
that
bro.
Shit hit all the way down to Nigeria.
That's crazy. I would have never thought that.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, fam. It was like crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Like the rich kids, the poor kids, everybody.
Yeah. That's deep. Interesting.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I meant when I said I kind of saw like people being in the like coming back to Canada and stuff like that. I saw that in a uncontrolled environment, and that's when I realized, like, yo, the kids in the Western world actually have it like a lot worse, because they're exposed to all this shit, no filter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're exposed to all that shit, no filter. At least back then in Nigeria and shit like that, like there was a filter. Like, you're still in school, you're just in boarding school. But I feel like that's why so many kids have it a lot worse. Like, just imagine your OG just like giving you, like, you know, some drugs and telling you to help him move that, or like saying, yo, come go on a glide with me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like the culture here is a lot more hit or miss.
Hit or miss in what sense?
Hit or miss, where it's like, bro, if you really miss your way out in the Western world, like, yo, I'm sure you have mans that never really recovered.
Yeah, true. Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah. But, you know, when I think about it, it was the ones... Yeah, bro. Yeah, the ones who were, like, late to life, they started smoking early.
Bro.
Early.
Like, you know, that girl now probably has like 2-3 kids now and shit.
Well,
like
no,
that.
not the girl. I'm not talking about girls. I'm talking about the guys.
The guys, eh?
Started smoking early, and then they just
grade 8.
Grade 8, yeah, and they
grade
just
9.
couldn't catch up. Couldn't, like, yeah, everything they did was kind of late, bro. Yeah. I don't smoke. I don't drink that much, so I've always stayed away from it, because I always looked at it as like it's something that's gonna slow you down, so to say.
Yeah.
And I gotta get it. Like I just always have to get it, which is, yeah,
It's crazy. It's crazy.
yeah,
You have that mindset.
yeah. How's your year been this year? You said it's been pretty good so far, right? Or wait, you said what did you say in the car? You're like,
It's been very reflective.
yeah. Why?
So,
Talk about that.
It's just like this year I just had to deal with a lot of issues, just like relationship wise.
Ah, the lady. Okay,
So
yeah.
I don't really know if you know or not, but like the thing about like I just feel like the thing with relationships is sometimes I feel like when you go through a patch, it's like like it could just like destabilize you in a sense.
Oh
So,
yeah, for sure.
You know, it could just like you go through a bad breakup and it takes
Yeah.
you a while to get out of it.
Yeah.
So that was,
Are you saying like the bad patches with the same person and then trying to rekindle things with the same person to make things bad? Or are you saying because of your experience with this person it makes every other thing like what?
No, so I'm saying just more so like the mental and emotional toll.
Okay.
You know, I feel like that kind of made me exposed to certain things that I would, like. So I guess just to speak bluntly, I did kind of have like a rough patch with my girl, and like I don't smoke. You know
Oh,
what I
okay,
mean?
yeah.
So like I guess I started smoking.
Okay, yeah.
Smoking to, I guess, was maybe like get over shit or
Yeah.
whatever, and that kind of like pushed me down a rough patch that I wasn't really, experienced with. It kind of took me into unfamiliar waters, and I just had to muscle myself back and be like, yo, like, no, this isn't me.
Yeah.
Just, get right back on the right trajectory, which I've like done up until this point
It's
so
good.
far. So that's kind of what I meant.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like at the peak of, I guess, who I am as a person.
Okay, nice.
So
Yeah.
that's also another thing. I guess I got too comfortable because when you get like when you're up, it's like gravity is just gonna automatically try to pull you back down.
Yeah,
The higher
absolutely.
up, the more people try to pull you down and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not saying she was trying to pull me down. I'm just saying I was around an environment that I didn't even realize because I was so high up. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And that little chink in my armor, from just that emotional weakness, exposed me to so many other things.
Yeah.
That ultimately, kind of like, pushed me down a slippery slope.
Right.
Up until the point that I realized it and had to climb back up.
Yeah.
So those circumstances have kind of been the reason why I haven't really been able to even release music, but I've still been performing.
Okay.
You kind of need the fuel to even create the music.
Yeah.
So
True.
I've kind of just been in the motions.
True.
Been going through it.
It's funny. God will like test you. He'll test you to. How do I say it? It's not really a thing of. It is a thing of like pass or fail, but it's more so for you to see where you're weak in, right? And then whenever you don't pass that particular test, you'll keep going through it and through it again until you pass it, right? I think it's a catch-22 though, right? In life in general, because you'll have some people who, let's say, they start their life starts up, so they're not even really exposed to any kind of things that will test who they are in terms of their character, right? But for you and I, for example, we're starting from the bottom. So all we get is tested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then because of these tests that we go through, right? When we do get to that point where we're up again, for example, right? Or let's say, we'll be able to sustain it and maintain that level because we
forged your character.
Come on, man! This is just one of these like life lessons that you always, when you're in the middle of it, you don't know. It's like a fish in water, right? But then once you take a step back and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I see what was going on here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how you say that. Like what you just said to me, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Even 50 Cent said it in one of his interviews. He was like, the trials you're going through right now, they'll give you the skin that's thick enough to survive when you actually make it.
Yeah. Have you read 50th Law?
I have the book downloaded.
Oh, read it.
I have the book downloaded.
Read it.
Fire, eh?
Bro, that book changed my life because yeah, it did. Because one thing I was really trying to get over, just in life, I can't say I was like a fearful person, but it was this thing of I just didn't want to hesitate. I didn't want to hesitate anymore.
What do you mean by hesitate? Hesitate in what sense?
In the sense of, if I'm gonna do something, I just got to do it. For example, the example that's coming to my mind is, if I'm gonna punch somebody in the face, you just got to do it. Like, just got to swing.
Gotta do it, man.
Just got to swing. Like, you can't think about it. You can't weigh your options. You just got to swing, right? And the 50th law, bro.
Oh yeah, because 50 Cent as a person, he's just that guy.
Yeah.
You know, 50 Cent. I think it's like Tony Yayo was saying, 50 is crazy because it's almost like he feels no fear.
That's what the 50th. Have you read it?
No, but I'm like, I love.
That's what the 50th law is, bro.
Really?
Fearlessness.
That's crazy.
That's in the elevator.
Yeah.
50th law, bro. You see?
Whoa.
You see? Just got to do it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you don't really, again, it's when you take that step back.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I see where I can apply these things to my life."
So basically,
and it levels you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, you're saying from your application of that, you've seen positive results, basically.
Oh, 100%. Even like, so the reason why I was like, yo, me and Devo, like, we've been through a lot in life, right? But we haven't been through like anything like crazy, but just in life, just heart to hearts, having these talks,
bro, that's
right?
Real shit.
But one thing with Devo and I is, he's one dude who, like, if you're on a group of friends and like, yo, let's throw on some mitts or whatever, right? Obviously, Devo's a big guy. I'm stepping to him first. Because if I can at least handle myself with him, everybody else is no problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So that's a different mindset. I'm not gonna lie, it's a very different mindset.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely. The one thing I will say I've noticed about life is reward is on the other side of fear.
50th law, bro. It's all there.
Reward
Crazy book, man. Yeah. It's actually very interesting how Robert Greene is able to, I guess, put it in the form of a book, because 50 Cent's just living his life. He's just doing what he does, right? But it's like Robert Greene is the scientist and he's observing somebody, just kind of like how you described yourself to be, right?
Yeah.
So the talking, you watch and da-da-da, and then he's able to take notes on it and put it in the form of a book. It's super interesting. You have to have a touch of creativity and then a touch of
scientific
delivery.
And analysis.
Yeah.
That's actually so crazy.
Yeah.
It's 50 Cent and Curtis Jackson. I mean, Robert Greene,
Greene
and Curtis Jackson.
Yeah.
I have the book on my phone.
That's insane, bro.
I mean, the thing with me with books is I read books once in a while. Recently, I've been trying to read more, but I'm more of a type of person where it's like, when I start reading a book, I just want to finish it.
Oh, I hear you.
Like, I'm like a binge reader. So
when
I read, I just want to just read. Like, I'm talking, I don't want to do anything else for the next 2-3 days except read this book.
Right.
I dive into it because I have such a like crazy imagination.
Okay.
That, like, I'm literally in the world.
Yeah.
That's why, funny enough, I actually think manga is actually better than anime.
Really?
Yeah. And
why?
I love anime. Like, I've exhausted hours upon hours.
Yeah.
But like, manga is just the better delivery.
Why do you say that?
Because it's almost like watching the Uncharted movie.
Okay.
Playing the game. You see the difference.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
The delivery, the translation.
Because one is showing you and telling you what's yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just so much more in depth. Like a
Yeah.
lot of things get lost in translation.
Yeah, true.
And I feel like, you know, if you really read a lot of manga, like you're like, except for like certain like exceptions, like Attack on Titan, where it's like, you know, they have the budget and they have
Because that's exactly where my mom went. Yeah, the anime.
Fam,
Yeah.
they have the pressure from the fan base,
Right,
from like
yeah,
the guys
yeah,
like
yeah.
me, you know, that are like, yo, no, you must deliver.
Yeah.
But like 80% of the times, like they don't have that pressure, so they're just gonna do what they want. But, you know, because they have budgets and stuff like that. But so I feel like, you know, that's why even Full Metal Alchemist, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Because the fan base pressured them to follow the manga.
Yeah.
Because the manga was the better execution.
Yeah. I never watched or got into any of the Full Metal series
should.
at all. I should though.
I'll send you. Matter of fact, I don't know where this video is gonna go or if this is possible, but I'll show you, or we could put a link to my like Google file of like my anime list.
Oh, you got a list?
Yeah, let me.
You're neck deep. Yeah, read it off to me real quick.
Let me just show you the list.
Man, that's crazy.
Oh, it'll actually be interesting to I guess have my spit my list on a podcast.
Yeah. You know what's something that kind of read it out. Read it out. Yeah.
Okay, so
wait, is it like in any kind of order?
Yeah.
Hold on. Why do you have a list?
Why do I have a list?
Yeah.
Because I do this.
Okay, but what's the list for? Like, is it animes that you watched or that you plan to watch?
No, everything I've watched, man.
Oh, damn.
It's
okay.
not even everything that's on this list, but I guess the list was more so like I have a lot of friends who are interested in anime.
Oh, okay.
And more times they just come to me like, yo, put me on which anime, and like.
Got you.
I have like 5-6 friends on my Crunchyroll account.
Is that color coded, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Hold on, let me see this. That's insane. Hold on. I want to see if the camera can get this. Yeah, a little bit. Dude, that's crazy.
So yeah, I guess the most, and funny enough, like I have friends like all across the world and stuff, and like whenever they travel and stuff, like they meet other anime people and they like, have you seen this list?
Yeah.
And then, like they take it to like Egypt and then they take it to Turkey and shit like that. So
my brother's gonna want to look at that list.
This has actually been across the world, and it's like I also kind of like to spark the debate.
Okay.
Like no, this is the best anime, and here's why.
Yeah. What do you say is the best anime?
One Piece.
Okay, I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, you're up to date on it or no?
No, not at all. I stopped watching. I want to say when they got to Hazard Punk.
Oh.
Yeah.
It gets really interesting right after that.
Yeah, that because it was annoying me. Like I wasn't really with the shape shifting dragon.
Yeah.
Like
it gets a bit weird. It gets a bit weird there and there.
Yeah.
It gets a bit weird, but I guess I'll just say the top 5.
Yeah, top 5.
So number 1, I'll say One Piece for sure. Number 2, I'll say the Dragon Ball series.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 3.
Classic.
Yeah, just classic.
Yeah.
Number 3, I would say Naruto.
Duh.
For sure. Funny enough, number 4 is actually Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping you weren't gonna say Bleach.
No.
Good.
No, and like there's a reason for it. I think the manga might be there, but the anime just no.
Of Bleach, right?
Yeah.
I'm with you. Okay.
No.
Okay.
And then number 5, Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, I got to I think it was like the Grasshopper King or something like that.
Oh yeah, the Chimera Ant King.
Yeah. And this was what I was going to say earlier. The reason why I don't like getting too much into animes is because actually this is what happened with what's that one anime where they skate?
Where they skate.
Yeah, it's like
I know what it's called.
what's it called?
Oh man. It's I know what it's called. It's like a retro anime, right?
Yeah.
Like 2005,
Yeah. But
isn't it called like Air Gear?
Air Gear, yeah, Air Gear. The reason why I don't like getting too deep into animes is because
the ending.
Yeah, it's either the anime will stop and the manga will continue, and I just don't like that.
Yeah.
Or the entire series is much too short for my liking.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why I put Hunter x Hunter up there, because it's like 100 episodes.
But it's still, it stops.
You're right though, it doesn't finish, but that was because the writer got sick. He got sick out of right on the Dark
Oh,
Continent.
I never knew that.
Yeah, no, he was like super sick. And he's a
Ah.
super OG. I'm pretty sure he's also the one that made Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh,
Yeah, so he's
really?
a guy, bro. He's a right up
Ah.
there, fam. He's a
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
So wait, so it's not it's done then, right? Like
it's technically done, but right now he just started writing the manga again.
Oh,
And like this chapter
okay.
he's writing, the Dark Continent.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah,
It's gonna
yeah,
be
yeah,
insane.
yeah, yeah.
Like I can't even read it. It's so detailed.
What happened at the end? Did Hisoka kill himself?
Apparently, like Ahsoka gets in a fight with somebody with Krollo or something.
Yeah, that's
That's what they're
right.
saying, and Ahsoka and Krollo duke it out. I
Yeah.
don't know all the details, but it gets super crazy.
No, I mean like where did the anime end?
You mean the anime end? So the anime ended with I think the people on from the Phantom Troop and then Krollo. Basically, they're trying to find this guy to remove the Nen.
Yeah,
remove the
yeah,
Nen
yeah.
ability off of him.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
To remove the curse off of him and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And during that, I'm just gonna spoil it. This is the spoiler alert. So basically, when that happens is they go to find this Nen specialist guy, and when that happens, Hisoka makes a deal with somebody else, and during that period of time, somebody else in the troop makes a deal with Ahsoka or something, and they pretty much the deal is basically for him to fight Krollo.
Yeah.
And I think he either kills Krollo or Krollo nearly kills him. I don't know how the fight between him and Krollo pans out, but I don't remember him killing Krollo.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay. Yeah.
That's what happened.
It was something big though, like something.
Yeah, Hisoka and Krollo basically like duke it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Krollo's one of my favorite characters of all time.
Yeah, he's sick.
He's just so mysterious.
Yeah.
So
He's
evil.
sick. He's sick.
Like,
He's
you
sick.
don't know if he's evil or good, but he does a lot of evil shit.
Uh-huh.
So he probably is evil.
Yeah.
Probably is.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That was one reason why I couldn't really get too much into it, and then the other is because like it just got busy, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. One Piece is what at 1,000.
1,090, 80 something. So basically, like the I guess the criteria I judge an anime based off is one, is it imaginative? Like,
Oh,
when you
okay,
look
yeah.
at One Piece is so imaginative. You could Dragon Ball. It's just like
Yeah.
like how big is the universe?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Another thing too is the development of the side characters.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
Naruto is
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
number one on that list, because it's like, bro, it's just Naruto and Sasuke and everybody else just falls off. You know?
Okay.
One Piece, like they're developing Zoro, they're developing.
True.
Sanji,
True.
everybody
True.
gets
True.
developed.
True. Okay.
You know, even in Dragon Ball, at least like Goku and Vegeta, and then you have other characters that are also developing, like
Okay.
like Piccolo, Gohan, other guys are developing too. You know.
Yeah.
And the third thing was like the pain and like just the pain in it. Like,
Oh, okay.
Like, do I feel the pain?
Yeah.
When I'm watching this, you know. And
Yeah.
that's why One Piece is better than Dragon Ball, because like One Piece has so much pain. In it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Ace
Yeah.
dying,
Yeah.
spoiler alert,
Tough.
like guys
Tough.
dying. Like One Piece, I mean Dragon Ball, nobody really dies. Everybody just gets wished back.
Yeah.
Naruto has so much pain.
Yeah.
Hunter has pain.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Interesting. Pain as a criteria.
Pain is a criteria.
Why did you?
It
Why?
bonds you to it.
Why? Because it bonds you to the anime.
You feel that mutual pain. You know, it's like
It's a little toxic, brother.
It's like, yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I love Code Geass, is because it's so dark. It's just like that.
Yeah.
Pain, you know?
Yeah.
People need those things. I feel like that's why like your favorite romantic movies are gonna be one where one of them dies or they both die. Like, you know, it's like the tragedy of it. Like humans as people, like
This guy's definitely a poet for
like,
sure.
it's like the tragedy of it. Like you look at it, the Titanic. Like why? If
True.
If the ship had got into the other shore, there would have never been a movie about it.
True.
It's a story from that pain that comes with it.
Yeah.
So that's like the real art. It's like, damn, like the tragedy, like Darth Vader, the tragedy.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
pain of what
yeah.
could have been, that wasn't.
You know, actually, now that I think about it, Ghost. What was it? Ghost Hunter? No, it's not Ghost Hunter.
Ghost in the Shell.
No. What's the freaking one?
Death Note.
Not Death Note. The one, Black Stars in it.
Black Clover.
Nah. It's where their weapons turn into humans, and then they can like.
Is it on the list?
It's like Just My Hero Academia is good. Demon Slayer. No, not Demon Slayer. No, no.
Oh, is it
No,
Soul
Vinland Saga's are actually sick too. One of my favorites.
Beautiful. Have you seen the
Whole,
newest season, bro?
I never knew there was a new
Oh,
season.
bro, it's
Is he older?
Yeah, bro. It's like the most beautiful piece of writing I've ever seen.
I'll watch that one. I'll watch that. What is it called? What is it called? There's like a death scythe,
Yeah, it's they're like kids and shit, right?
and they're kids. Yeah.
There's Death, the guy with the two guns.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
What's it called?
Fuck, actually don't know. It's not. Actually don't know.
What's it called? That was a good one, bro. The storyline with that.
Is it Soul Reaper?
Soul Reaper. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it
I'm pretty
is.
sure it's called Soul Reaper, right?
Yeah. That had a sick storyline, man.
Yeah, fam. You know that the manga is even a lot deeper.
Oh, really?
It doesn't end where the anime ends. The manga takes it even deeper. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I wasn't satisfied with the ending.
No, hey, what happens at the end in the anime?
I can't even remember.
I think they had the final fight with like the sand nigga, right?
Some shit like that.
Something like that.
I was half asleep when I was just more so into it for the aesthetics.
Yeah.
The aesthetics of that shit was beautiful, bro.
Yeah, it was dope.
I don't know
And the
what
fights were good. The
Oh,
fight scenes were
fights
sick.
good. Just
Yeah.
the characters drawing.
Yeah, true.
It's just amazing,
True.
fam. I don't know if you know about Fire Force.
Yeah, that's good
So
too.
You know Fire Force and that world are actually the same world.
Oh, I never knew
At
that.
the end of Fire Force, when the world that the main character in Fire, and I think it's Shinra or something, the main character that he creates in Fire Force, I mean he becomes like a god or whatever, and he actually ends up creating the world that is the Soul Reaper world.
No way.
Yeah, bro. So that's why if you look in the sky, you see like the little
The
face,
sun.
the sun thing.
Ah,
It's, like,
it's
and then you see
creepy.
how he looks like a devil or a
Yeah,
demon.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
Actually, like it's the same author.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that little Easter egg.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
crazy.
Cool. What else has been on your brain as of late, like in general?
Just in general, the main thing that's been on my brain is just it's just been basically just understanding things.
Okay.
And when I say in general, it's not even just now. It's just like been this whole year.
Mm.
If I'm to like squeeze everything into a lemonade.
Yeah.
Squeeze everything into a lemonade. It's just you gotta really just I feel like as individuals we have to pay very close attention to our ego.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
You have to pay very close attention to your ego. Because
True.
Ego it's a great source. It's like hate is a great source. Anger, it's a great source for folks. It can fuel you, but it gets to a point where it consumes you.
Yeah.
So I've just been more so very self-reflective, and when certain things within you are not in check, you'll never be able to be in check with the people that are close to you.
True.
Relationships, family, work.
Yeah.
Because certain things within you are not in check.
Yeah.
You have to be very self-aware.
So, what are the things would you say are crucial to have in check in order to maintain a healthy ego, a healthy sense of self?
The most important thing I think I've learned is just communicating, like you said, when you could feel the tension in your soul.
Oh, okay.
So, the most important thing, fam, is to communicate with the people that are close to you.
Yeah.
Because these are the things that fester in on your chest.
Yeah.
In your mind.
True.
You really just gotta be able, because these are the people you love. These are the people you care about.
Yeah.
You're gonna think about them every day.
Yeah.
Every day you're gonna think about them.
Yeah.
So you gotta know how to communicate these things. And even if, like what my broski was telling me, he's like, as you got older, it's not just communicating with them, it's also how you communicate with
How
them.
you do it, yeah, true.
And the very first time I had my heart broken was because I couldn't communicate with that properly. So that shit almost messed me up totally as a person.
What was the disconnect in your communication?
The disconnect was just I was just so aggressive.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm putting the full weight and translation into my words.
Got you.
Because I'm thinking I'm young. I don't know how old I was, but I was a lot younger than I am now.
Yeah.
So I just didn't filter it properly.
Yeah.
While still being 100% authentic. And it's not like I was just like, oh, you're a bitch, or just insulting her. No. I guess it's just more so how I just construed my words. That, you know, even made her feel like I don't even understand her totally. The thing about it is like, yo, everybody has their own side to a narrative.
True.
Everybody has a different perspective.
True.
And how you present yours can totally fuck with a person so much that they might just not want anything to do with you again.
You know what's interesting? I always watch how somebody reenacts like something that happened to them or something that was said. Like, for example, let's say you and I are driving in the car, right? And you're driving, and I'm like, yo, Tyro, turn left, right? I'm like, yo, make a left. And you feel offended by how I said it, right? So then you go to believing, let's say, like, yo, I can't believe that nigga Shay told me turn left.
How dare he tell me
turn left, right? But I watch how somebody reenacts it, because even though I may have been like, yo, Tyro, turn left, right? The way you received it was turn left, right? Because I don't know, but I think it's interesting watching that, because communication is like it's a two-way street, right? Yeah. You say what it is that you say, and however that person receives it, that's out of your heads.
It's out of your hands. But then again, it also is to your hands.
It is to your hands. Yeah. You know, with how you say it.
Especially if you care about them.
Yeah. True.
I feel like that's such a big thing even at work. Like the way your boss talks to you or some shit like that. It's like, it's such a big deal, bro. Like,
it is.
If you're a boss and you're watching this, like, how do you talk to your workers?
Yeah.
How do you deal with them?
Yeah.
You know, even certain things, bro. Like whenever I see people in situations I've been in that I don't like, and I see, it's like the person that might be speaking to them might not, they really don't know.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know. But me, I know how that other person is receiving it.
Yeah.
So I'm not really gonna go to. Like, sometimes I might go to the person that's, like, speaking to them that way, or sometimes I might go to the person who's being offended or whatever, and I might just do just the nicest little gesture for them.
Yeah.
That lets them know, like, yo, I kind of saw that. It's not even that big of a deal.
Yeah.
That little act of, like, extra, just, like, might just be all the little kindness they need, because everybody has a breaking point.
For sure.
You know?
For sure.
So I feel like that's the thing I've learned, bro. It's like, you know, everybody has a breaking point, and, yeah, bro, and I guess going back to ego and things I've learned was just, you know, communicating. And also, like you said, bro, like, God will test you.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was tested, and I feel like I didn't. I feel like I was tested, and I guess the fact that I'm still here must have means I passed.
What were you tested with, if you don't mind me asking?
So basically, like, I had made a certain conviction, like bro, like, I don't smoke.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's like, but I used to smoke. You feel me? But it's like, okay, boom, how come at the little emotional inconvenience, here I am smoking again? When I already know I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
It's like right now, it's like, okay, what happens if I am a superstar, TiroTheTyrant, Triple T?
Right, how you going to deal with that?
Affect me and the people around me.
That's right.
And then, you know, up until then, I must have been feeling like, because like I said, this happened at my peak. At like my
Yeah.
So it's like just being tested and realizing I still have like a long way to go. And
right.
Like, you know, and then, bro, it's hard for people to get through to you when you feel like you have everything.
That's a test too.
That's a test. Bro.
That's a test. Yeah, that's a test too.
I was at a point where I feel like I had everything.
Yeah.
You know, and all that shit was just ego.
Yeah.
You know, so being humbled in a sense to be in a position for me to actually listen.
Yeah, bro, that's big. My lesson of humility, of being humble, was like actually getting a job. Because before I got my job, I'm like, I can't believe I can't believe these niggas want to work a 9 to 5 for like 40 years. Yeah. I could never do it. But then I had to get a job, right? And then I saw the benefits of it. Stability.
Security. Yeah, fam.
It builds responsibility.
It builds a pattern of consistency. Reliability, like you said, you know?
On top of that, let's say you are... Like for me, for example, now, right? If you're in a position to hire somebody, you can't speak down on other people that you're going to need to work for you.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Can't do that,
It's
bro.
hypocritical.
It's super.
Right?
Just like, yo, the difference between a good boss and a bad boss is how they talk to you.
Exactly. So imagine if I still had that same mentality and I'm like, oh, you niggas.
Yeah. Bro, you don't even know what you're missing out on. You don't even know, bro.
Right?
That billionaire was a 9 to 5 guy.
Right.
So it's like, you better wake up, bro.
Yeah.
But it's like, these are things that get conditioned into us, bro. Based off like the shit we watch.
Yeah, the music and all that.
people
Yeah,
that
bro.
are in our faces, bro. Like,
Yeah.
bro, that's why it's called the trap, bro.
Yeah.
That's why it's called the trap. That's the real reason why it's called the trap.
Yeah, it's good that you're aware, though. It's good that you're aware that we're aware, and we. It's just about being observant, man.
Bro, like, bro, me, I'm like a go through the fire type of person.
Yeah,
So I've kind of like been forged.
Right.
You know, I've been forged.
Yeah, and you know what? There are people. It's good that you are a go through the fire type of person, because a lot of people are scared to. A lot of people are scared to get tested, and they're scared to get hurt, bro. By life, right? Bro. They are. Yeah.
I have so many scars on me, bro.
Right.
Like physically and metaphorically.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. That's good. How's the family dynamic now that you're, I guess, I would say you have more of a balance.
Yeah, or at least trying to attain that balance.
Yeah. How's that?
Like, there's still a lot of work to be done.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, like, I'm technically still not really accomplished in anything yet. I've just kind of I've had a foot here, I've had a foot there.
Yeah.
But I've still never really crossed the finish line.
What would make you feel as if you are accomplished? Like, at what point?
To just be very honest, bro, being a millionaire.
A millionaire? Why is that the magic number?
Bro,
million. Why?
Because at least with $1 million, fam, I know. At least with $1 million, bro.
Yeah.
I know what I could do with it, and at least with that, it's like here.
Okay. So what if you won the lottery?
Yeah, bro.
You'd feel accomplished?
I would feel hella accomplished.
Really? If you won the lottery?
But the thing is, though, if I won the lottery, bro, I would still get my degree. Because, like I said, I've been through the forge, and I know how shit is.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Shit can come like this, can leave like this.
True. Yeah.
So I would still have that backup.
Yeah. True. Right.
I would always have something.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, bro. Whether it's a degree, whether it's a business, whether it's something, fam.
Yeah.
That's the thing I learned from my dad. Like, my dad was a civil servant, climbed his way up the ranks.
Okay.
But what differentiated him from his peers was my dad read economics, so he was always super business savvy. Super business he always had his businesses. That's always what has allowed him to elevate and feed us, even when, like I said, my mom was here, he was in Nigeria, sending money. Running his businesses. Yeah. Having a business, bro, having something, fam, for yourself. And, the business isn't really super stable, but in a sense it is, fam. Yeah. Especially if it's legit. You know what I mean?
That's key, bro.
Especially if it's legit.
Yeah, get that tax number, man.
Especially so having a legal, legit business.
Yeah.
And I've seen OGs in the streets, bro, that like made ends.
Yeah.
What they were doing, that came back and made legitimate businesses that are now even at higher positions.
Right.
Like, bro, look at Hov, look at Jay-Z.
Yeah.
The definition of that.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I've learned, fam. Like, that's another thing I guess you could say I've learned. Is ego, communication, stability, and just just when you're really going through shit, bro, that's when fam. You know people at two moments. When you're up and when you're down.
For sure. Talk about it, bro.
When you're up
and
when you're down. You see who switches up, bro. You see who's all of a sudden asking you for shit, and then when you're down, you see all of a sudden who isn't there no more.
Yeah, who wasn't there, true.
So I've seen everything.
Yeah.
And even when I just say down, I just mean just being down on myself.
Right.
Being down in my spirits.
Right.
Being down emotionally.
Yeah.
And I felt,
Nice. Okay, cool. All right. Damn, we've been going for an hour and 20. Yeah. Do you got anything else you want to say? Where can people find you?
You can find me TiroTheTyrant, all platforms, TiroTheTyrant. TikTok, Instagram,
Oh, you got TikTok?
Twitter. Yeah,
Oh, okay, sick.
I gotta work the system. Bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta work the algorithms.
Yeah, me too. It's tough, man.
It is.
It's tough. The algorithm's definitely not on my side, but when we drop this collab, I'm sure it'll help. It'll help. Okay. So yeah, TiroTheTyrant on.
Yeah, all platforms. Another thing I want to talk about is AI. How do you feel about AI?
Oh, I love AI.
Yeah.
I use it a lot, but it's man, it's a catch-22 because I like how I can use AI to kind of leverage small things. I'll give you an example, right? So I want a court case, but in order to receive the funds, right, to get paid out, I have to file in small claims, right? Usually, I would have to type up an affidavit myself and submit it to the courts. Instead,
just put it on. Have it type it out.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. AI is,
You know what I'm saying?
So, do you feel like AI is Are you scared of it, or do you welcome it? What's your thought on it?
Again, catch-22 because
What exactly is catch-22?
Catch-22 is like it's good, but it's bad too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
And the reason why it's bad
Yeah.
is because, first of all, I'm Christian, right?
Oh, okay.
And so we believe as Christians that there's going to come a point in time where you're going to have to get a mark, which will either allow you to buy or sell or, conduct everyday business, everyday life, right? And the way that the world is going, I'll put it this way. The pandemic was like a test run of that.
Are you vaccinated?
Hell nah.
Okay.
Hell nah. Nah. But yeah, the pandemic was a test run of that because you saw how they're like, oh, if you're not vaxxed, you can't go here, you can't go there, you can't da-da-da-da-da, right? Well,
yeah, man, that shit was fucked up, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Especially in Canada, bro.
Yeah, it was bad. It was
In
bad.
some parts of the states, it wasn't that serious, but in
Nah,
Canada,
it was bad. Are you vaxxed?
I hate to admit it, bro.
Yeah?
And yo, I'm not gonna lie, I regret it. The only reason I got vaxxed, bro, was because I got fucking sick. So when I got sick, I thought I was dying. So I was like, yo, let me just get this fucking vaccine.
But I got sick too.
Yeah, so I was like, bro, I've never been that sick in my life.
Same.
Like, I was just like, bro, if this is what might save me, I'd be a fool not to get it.
Right, okay,
That's
fair.
what I thought.
But
and the main reason is just like, bro, like I was like, fam, at the end of the day, nobody really knows anything. I'm this might be crazy, but I was looking at things from like, is this gonna be what triggers a zombie apocalypse?
Right,
That's
yeah.
what I was thinking. I'm like, bro, like, is the vaccine gonna be what makes us all zombies?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at things from like, if you watch Korean movies, you know they always have some crazy twisted ending. Where it never ends how you think it's gonna end.
Yeah.
So I'm like, will I turn into a zombie because I didn't get vaccinated? Like, that's literally like my thought process.
So we're put a stake in that because we're gonna come back to it. I'm gonna go back to the AI thing, right? But hold that.
Yeah.
So we believe that in the future something is going to come out that will give you access to society, right? And I think that AI is going to be heavily involved with it, right? They're going to find some sort of.
You're sure it's not this, bro?
Oh, I'm positive. Not yet, anyway, because they're gonna find some sort of technology to input into like your body they'll be able to track you, track your money.
Are they already doing that in like China or some shit, bro?
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah. It's slowly being rolled out because they gotta get people used to it. So that
I follow with China, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Don't ban me from China. I'm just saying,
But let's go back to the zombie thing, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about? I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but what do you think about Bronny James?
I saw that shit.
What do you think about that?
Bro, at the end of the day, fam, I just feel like I can't really be doing my research from Instagram comments. So it's like.
Well, I mean, he did.
So I guess just to speak very plainly.
Let's speak plain. Yeah, let's keep it a buck.
I don't know if you saw the post where it was like more people are dying mysteriously in Canada this year than like all other years.
I did see that. Yeah.
So it's like, bro, at the end of the day, I don't really know Bronny James's his history, his health history, everything else that's going on with him. I don't really know his details and shit like that.
Okay.
I do know his dad is a super you know, one of the most famous athletes in the world, and I'm pretty sure he's inherited those genes and shit.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Like, you know, at the end of the day, fam, it's just like I don't really know, so I can't really say. You know, that's the most important thing.
Is ignorance an excuse?
Bro, lack of information. It's like, bro, there's so much information out there that is there really ignorance? Because it's like, bro, how do you really even know what's right?
Do you believe in God?
Of course I believe in God.
Do you believe in... Let me be more specific. Actually, let me ask you, what God do you believe in?
I'm Anglican.
What's that mean?
I'm Christian.
Oh, you're Christian.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, well, do you follow it, or...
Yes, bro. I'm not the most religious guy.
Devout. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. As Christians, we believe that God will lead us in all truth. So he'll be able to show us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, actually, I was thinking about this today, man. Like, even truth is, how do I say this? It's metaphysical. Like, it's a metaphysical, almost a spiritual thing that you have to kind of tap into.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, for example, nobody knows what... Actually, let me even back up. Look at how this comes... Look at how this... full circle. Look at this. Isaac Newton, his laws of motion. Those were metaphysical. They weren't...
Yeah.
Even though it was like all around us, right? He's the one who identified it and put it in like a formula and a structure that we can...
apparently, it was also like into like the whole metaphysical things and shit like that. Like Isaac Newton was like big on that.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah, he was
right?
huge on that, bro.
So truth, if you think about it, it's in that way too. We can't necessarily touch it, feel it, observe, like can't taste it, right?
Okay.
But it is still there to...
I think I know where you're going with
Okay,
this.
okay.
So my response to you is, at the end of the day, it's like, bro, there's different types of people in life.
Yeah.
There's people that know the truth.
Yeah, there's people that know the truth.
So yeah, like I was basically just saying, you know, when it comes to truth, it's like there's different types of people, bro. There's people that know the truth. There's people that preach the truth.
Preach the truth? Okay.
And then, so like, you know, there's people that know the truth and don't speak on it, and then there's people that speak on it, and then there's people that know the truth and decide to give you something else because they know you can't handle the truth. So it's like, I feel like I'm more of like the first type of person, where it's like I'm just the type of person that knows the truth but just decides to keep quiet.
Why though? Why?
Because I'm like, my first experience with like my heart getting broken and shit. That shit taught me, it's just like, bro, what I was saying was my truth at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But it's like, bro, people can't always handle it.
Okay.
So it's like, especially when it comes to such a sensitive information as something that, you know, could easily affect the masses.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes it's best to just, because, bro, the people that control this shit, like, you don't really want them after you, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
So,
no. Yeah, you're right.
But then again, maybe you do. Like, I have a friend who does, he's all about that smoke. Like, me personally, I'm not really, like, too big into, like I said, I've always been the quiet person.
Okay.
So it's just more so my personality.
Yeah.
When it's time for me to speak my truth, like, I'll speak
You
my
will,
truth.
right.
Like, I don't give a shit. I'll speak my truth.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to things I'm extremely passionate about, like developing Africa and shit like that. You know?
Okay.
Like, I'll speak my truth when it comes to that. But I feel like on a subject such as the vaccine and stuff like that, I feel like, bro, it's so easy to offend people. And, you know, especially even just generally in society these days, it's so easy to offend people.
Yeah.
Like, I more so just would not even really speak to you.
I'm the type where I'm like your friend, bro. Like, if it's gonna offend you, cool, it's gonna offend you. But the truth has to be known, because there are people that honestly they don't know to go left or to go right, and they do have an honest desire for to know. Like they don't want to be lied to.
So I guess to quote the Bible, doesn't the Bible say, "Seek and you shall find"? So, you know, let them go seek, bro.
And they have to. Exactly. Yeah. And the way that God is that if you're honest with your seeking, and you're honest with your knocking, honest with your asking.
Yeah.
And what I mean by honest is like, you're not like, prove to me that water's wet. Like, that's a bad example, but I'm saying like it doesn't come from a sense of pride, you know? Like if you have an honest desire to know what is what,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
Then you will find the truth
Yeah.
because
I can't lie, bro. Even back to your question, I don't really even think I've dived your jaws too deep. Even to think about Bronny, because it's more so like, damn, like I said, bro, I am vaccinated.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's like, do I really even want to find out these answers? Like, and end up presenting myself forever. Like I would, like, bro, ignorance is bliss.
yeah.
At the end of the day, bro, like Skepta has a song or some shit like that called "Ignorance is Bliss" or something.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, at the end of the day, fam, like ignorance is bliss, bro. Like when
Yeah,
you're a kid,
yeah,
bro, all you want to do is grow up, and then
Yeah.
everybody around you is telling you, no, just stay a kid.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you grow
yeah,
up and
yeah.
realize why.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, at the end of the day, fam, like, bro, I kind of have a very simplistic view to life, bro. You know what I mean? And this is just based off of my experiences,
Mhm.
certain shit and certain
Mhm.
things that I've been through. So I kind of just tend to just like stay in my lane, fam. You know what I mean? But there's different lanes on a road for a reason.
Yeah.
So you have to follow.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah,
And
bro. That's a sick analogy too, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's different lanes on the road for a reason. That's a bar, bro.
Like Tupac is Tupac for a reason.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Biggie
yeah,
was Biggie.
yeah.
Two
Yeah,
different
yeah.
types of dudes.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
more so of like the Biggie guy. Just kind of like vibe, chill, do my own thing.
Mhm.
But like, when it's time for me to be Tupac, I'll be Tupac.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean,
yeah,
fam?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good place to end it. I like that. That was a good pod, bro.
Yeah, Tyro the Tyrant on all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Threads.
Threads. You have threads. You're on
bro,
threads. Yeah.
I think I'm on Threads. I don't know. TiroTheTyrant.
It's
All
hilarious.
platforms. It's been great having this discussion.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was freaking episode, I want to say 5 maybe, of the Our Known podcast. Shout out to Tyro the Tyrant. Thank you to you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace. Great, bro.
Yeah.